There's no question that DJI are best known for their Phantom drones, high-performance aerial videography platforms carrying professional-grade 3-axis stabilised 4K cameras. That stabilisation technology has now come to people on the ground in the form of their latest handheld solution, the DJI OSMO. In essence, the DJI OSMO is a gimbal stabilised 4K video camera cleverly disguised as a selfie stick. Such devices are nothing new. We've seen similar handheld solutions for use with GoPro cameras for instance, but DJI now bring the entire camera and handheld gimbal package together to produce one neat solution with plenty of clever features thrown in. At the very top, users are greeted with product documentation and a very basic quick start guide, along with 2 accessory boxes. Within the first accessory box, users receive a single 980mAh LiPo battery, along with a battery charging unit. The second accessory box contains the country-specific cable for use alongside the battery charger, a wrist strap for use with the gimbal, and a shoulder strap for the gimbal case. Talking of the case, the DJI OSMO is supplied within a neat water and shock-resistant carry case. With a single DJI logo, the case incorporates a dual zipper design and buckles for the attachment of the included shoulder strap. In comparison to other handheld gimbals, the OSMO looks like a piece of art, a very neat overall solution. The main camera unit is the same as that found on the Inspire drone, with a Sony Exmor-R sensor capable of 4K video capture and 12 megapixel stills with a 94-degree field of view. Because it's designed for handheld use, the sensor has been set up for 1 meter focus rather than the infinite focus setup found on the Phantom and Inspire drones. Other than a micro USB port and a memory card slot in which a Lexar 16GB card is supplied, the camera module is rather compact and attractive in design. Just like the Inspire drone, the camera comes attached to the same Zenmuse X3 3-axis gimbal comprised of 3 buttery-smooth motors, compensating for the pan, tilt and roll movements, letting the user film incredibly smooth cinematic video without the need for a full Steadicam rig. The unit is modular, meaning the camera and gimbal system can be removed from the handle unit altogether with a single twist. Perfect for those with the Inspire already, since DJI also provide the handle alone for those who wish to use their existing camera setup. This also means the camera module can be exchanged for more professional grade Zenmuse X5 or X5R sensors for videographers looking for raw video capture. The hand grip itself is lightweight at 200 grams, that's with the battery included, grippy and comfortable to hold even for those longer periods of shooting. With the main power switch to one side, along with the power status LEDs, convenient and easy to reach, the main control buttons are used to control recording and still image capture, while a thumbstick is used to manually pan the camera or change shooting direction. A trigger placed at the front of the hand grip controls the main functions. Depending upon the number of taps, users are able to lock the gimbal in place, letting you focus on one subject while moving around it, while multiple taps will switch between modes. The unit also has an onboard stereo microphone, although a 3.5mm audio jack will also let you hook up an external mic for more professional sound. There's no viewfinder on the unit, although the built-in wireless allows connections to DJI's smartphone app. An accessory mount on the left side allows the connection of various accessories, including the smartphone holder that comes pre-attached, perfect for live view video recording using the companion app. The fully metal arm extends to support virtually all handsets, including larger handsets such as the iPhone 6s Plus. Tripod and bike mounts are also available for connection to the accessory port, although it's a shame that this makes it difficult for left-handed users to hold the OSMO. Other than charge the battery, there's little to do when it comes to setting the unit up, since it comes pre-calibrated from factory, with the battery inserted, along with a high-speed memory card up to 64GB being supported, a simple twist of the 2 uppermost motors and a sliding switch on the base motor unlocks the entire gimbal unit, after which a simple flick of the power switch, and you're ready to go. It really is as simple as that. Connecting to the accompanying app is just as easy, and after an initial activation procedure, users are instantly presented with a live view, which is relatively lag-free. as well as advanced level camera settings including ISO, resolution, shutter speed and aperture. It even lets you pan the camera by swiping the screen. Users are also able to tweak camera and gimbal characteristics even further with various settings options, tailoring the entire unit for your own particular requirements. As always, YouTube compression lowers the Osmo's otherwise very impressive video quality, with Ultra HD 4K capture at 30 frames per second, as well as 2.7K and regular Full HD and HD options. The video quality is as expected. It's fantastic. Crisp, sharp and full of colour. The maximum bitrate is reported at 60 megabits per second, so you can expect some high quality results, and that's exactly what you get, without any of that GoPro fisheye effect. It's seriously impressive, and dare I say it, with no colour correction applied, so straight from the camera, both colour and sharpness put it ahead of the mighty GoPro Hero 4 Black. In addition, DJI have added slow motion at up to 120 frames per second, as well as long exposure and panorama options too. Because of the stabilization offered, you'll be able to hand-hold long photo exposures of a couple of seconds without the need for a tripod. Nevertheless, it's the gimbal and stabilization it offers that will likely excite videographers and photographers. Using the same steadying principles as the gimbals on DJI drones, it keeps the entire camera level and pointing in the direction you desire. You can make it pan slowly and smoothly following your movement, or with the trigger pressed it will focus on a point and remain locked while you walk around. 2 taps will recenter, and 3 taps will make it snap back towards you with Selfie Mode. There are even 360-degree panorama and 180-degree selfie panorama modes, where one button in the app can force the Osmo to rotate and capture multiple images, stitching them together into a panoramic shot. There is some limit to the range of movement. It's attached to an actual physical handle after all, but compared to traditional cameras it's a huge breath of fresh air. Smooth, stable fresh air. Considering the battery powers the camera as well as the gimbal, users will only squeeze around 1 hour of operation from a single fully charged battery, so you'll likely want to purchase a couple of spares for extended shooting sessions. There's no way to keep an external form of power attached either. Nevertheless, it does have a built-in microphone, which I'll be honest isn't the greatest and barely enough for a clapperboard. Saying that, connect your own external microphone using the 3.5mm port at the front and you're set to go. Note that the camera does get rather warm during use. Considering the power, that's pretty understandable, but it's warmer than I would have imagined. There's a built-in fan though, which does help somewhat, but that also produces noise. Nothing earth-shattering, but enough to easily notice in silent environments, and it doesn't help when trying to capture audio using the built-in mic. Another reason why an external mic is a strong recommendation. As for the gimbal itself, a little tweaking and frequent calibration does produce better results. I did find the gimbal would start to lean to one side very slightly now and then, although that is me being very picky and something a firmware update will likely tweak in the near future. Otherwise it performed wonderfully well, and above all else the camera itself, other than that fan noise, produces incredibly crisp, detailed footage. Priced at around the $650 mark, that's £550 in the UK, there's no doubt that the DJI OSMO is expensive for those who might want to use it casually. If you're a video producer, then it's not really that expensive for the convenience that it offers. Bearing in mind a GoPro Hero 4 Black with a good handheld gimbal will set you back near enough the same, but with fewer features, so DJI's solution really isn't that far-fetched. A wide number of accessories to go with the Osmo are also available. As for the Osmo itself, other than the heat and fan noise, it's truly impressive. It's very solid and well constructed, but lightweight and compact enough to fit into a small backpack. The controls are simple, easy to use buttons to record video, take a still shot and control how the gimbal behaves, but it can also be used with DJI's smartphone app, allowing a wealth of control over settings as well as that handy live view. Impressive as it is, the target market is a little less clear. Professional videographers will already own the expensive Steadicam rigs needed for stabilised filming, which will let them use their own cameras and lenses too. At $650, it's out of reach of many people, especially when a selfie stick and a smartphone with a hyperlapse app can do a similar job for significantly less cash. But for amateur filmmakers and YouTube creators looking to give their productions a more professional look, it makes a lot of sense. If you'd like to see a sneak peek of the reviews coming up on the channel, check out our Instagram. You'll find a link in the description box below this video.